Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. She's built a crusher full of cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a here and a there, here and there, and everywhere. And come with Rosie to the farm, E-I-E-I-O. Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. She made some golems fall in lava, E-I-E-I-O. With a here and a there, here, there, everywhere. Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. She farms the piglins for their gold, E-I-E-I-O. With here and a there, here and there, everywhere. Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. Come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. She fights the raiders every day, E-I-E-I-O. With a here and a there, here and there, everywhere. And come with Rosie to the farms, E-I-E-I-O. That's the tour, now we're done, E-I-E-I-O. So Geo might argue that Old MacDonald is not a fairy tale, so it does not count for my season, but I am counting it this season. So Geo, I hope you enjoy this episode based on Old MacDonald had a farm, and look at my beautiful new nether portal. It is a barn, it is super cute, and I am super proud of this build because I built it all by myself. No schematic, not a tutorial video, just a few reference pictures, and bam! I have a barn for my farms. And this episode is all about my farms. Also, hi Kelsey's mom.
Everything loaded with it anyway.
At this point, Anki and I had died so much that we were kind of losing our minds.
Oh dear. All right, it's not on a rail, and I thought it was. That's why it's not working.
Oh, well, he moved a little bit.
Well, yeah, but it's friction. He needs a rail.
He's there!
You got him?
Yeah. Oh. Anki does not want me to sleep. Can I sleep?
Yeah, you can sleep. I'll turn it off.
Boom! Oh.
Oh, the bottom one was stuck.
Here, I'll go push him.
All right, give me a rail.
Oh, I don't have rails. I literally only brought the lever.
Okay.
Boom. Iron golem spawned. Not where we want it, but we can fix that. So this season, I decided to be a little bit difficult and prove to myself that I knew how to play the game. And I could build this iron farm on my own, so I didn't follow a tutorial or anything. And honestly, I should have, Anki. I am so sorry that you got roped into several hours of this chaos.
Okay. So the golems spawn in a 17 by 13 by 17 area centered on the beds. So the spawning area is 8 blocks horizontally and 6 blocks vertically. The reason why you're failing is because you are 7 blocks vertical.
So it needs
between the water and the bottom block.
So the water needs to go down a level.
The water needs to go up.
Up a level.
we raised the beds 2 levels. The water needs to go up 2 levels.
You know, it would make sense that that has to be at a certain level. I didn't do that though. I just kind of built it, so I am very sorry for all of that. I didn't think like, oh, it has to be a
Well,
certain level from them. I
these are
just
the
kind of
mechanics
built
that
it.
most people don't realize exist.
Yup. I guess I'm learning. You gotta
Yes,
think
you
of it
are.
that way. I learned today that I thought I knew how to make an iron farm. And you don't know
Yep.
what you don't know.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
What you doing?
Hi.
Dying.
Building an iron farm.
Are you still doing the one you did yesterday, or are you doing a tutorial one?
The same one.
We got to the point where we very, very, very much considered a tutorial, and we said, okay, we're gonna give it one more shot, and if we can't figure it out by then, we'll do a tutorial.
I hit the internet and I remembered to refresh my iron mechanics, and I was off by 1 block. And when we adjusted for that 1 block, it started working again.
Nice.
So I do have to give a huge shout out to Marsh Jewel, Keen, and Geo for helping me with my Pillager outpost. It literally would have took me days to get that complete, and I probably would have quit about halfway through. An extra shout out to Marsh and Keen for coming back and braving the outpost with me a second time, because the tutorial I followed didn't quite work entirely, and I wonder if it was something changed between versions. And so we had to make a couple modifications, and they were there to help me and protect me as we played around with spawn proofing the center by the golem. So thank you to those three for helping me, and Anki for helping me with the iron farm. And I'm really loving this season.
So the edge of this one doesn't match up with the edge of the other pillar over there.
You already broke it, Rosie.
Are we going to this edge then? Or here? I'm already confused.
Let's go to the farther
Oh,
one.
man.
Because if it's a platform that's a little bigger, that'll be better than a platform that's a little smaller. I learned my lesson with the iron farm, and I was following a tutorial for this Pillager outpost farm. I was not going to subject Marsh and Keen to Rosie mess ups, and even though I tried my best to follow along with the video and I thought I was following it to a T, we ran into a handful of hiccups. Wow.
For goodness sakes, there's a crevice here. Does that matter?
What do you mean? Like, how deep is it?
Yeah. 1 second.
If it's really deep, I think you should be fine with just slabbing what's there.
Okay, so just do this out layer here then?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I'll just dig back here and see, and then it just kept going, and then I was like, oh, well. Is this all the slabs that you have here currently?
Out of that chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it would have been smarter to use the wood and the cobblestone as slabs.
I'm like looting all of my chests over here, trying to find any blocks that are able to be made into slabs.
Tearing down the forest.
We also have to tear down the outpost itself, so if we need to get blocks from that, we can use those too. I didn't think about that.
I don't want to brag or anything, but Keen and I are kind of working like a real well-oiled machine up here.
Very nice, very nice.
So good, dude.
Like, we haven't really bumped into each other once. It's been working out really well.
Nice.
So we were up here AFKing for a little over an hour last night. Let's go on down and see what our farm has produced. Our iron golem is still here, so that is good. Okay, so nearly an hour AFK on our farm gave us a full stack plus 10 of Bad Omen 1, 55 of Bad Omen 2, 49 of Bad Omen 3, 39 of Bad Omen 4, and 53 of Bad Omen 5. That is not too bad at all. I actually feel like I might be set for the season. I guess we'll see how often people want Bad Omen. We are going to do something a little bit different during our little mining montage. Instead of some fun music, we're actually going to do a bracket fight. I have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Autocrafters into this bracket, and we are going to fill in our bracket based on who we think would be the best PvPer. First up, we have Bear and King of Candles. I can envision this fight in my head right now. And Bear is 100% coming out on top. And as she does the final blow, she's going to say something like, "Off with your pumpkin head." I'm sorry, King. That's just how it's going to go. Next up, we have Geo and Dune. Geo and Dune aren't going to want to fight each other, but I feel like they'll do it if diamonds are on the line. And I don't know. I've done a few fights with Geo before, and he puts up a good battle. But I feel like Dune has something in his back pocket that he's not showing us. I'm going to give this one to Dune. So it now has us do this side completely before we do the other side. So between Bear and Dune, I feel like Dune would think Bear is like joking and like play fighting, and then Bear would just like completely win. So I'm giving this one to Bear too. Okay, so here we have 2 new members. We have Belle Tweedy and FC. FC dies a lot. So I almost want to give it to Belle. But I feel like FC could, like, training montage, Rocky moment climbing up the stairs. If he trained in PvP, I feel like he could be really good. And maybe he already is really good. We are going to give this one to Anki and Rusty. I feel like Anki has to be provoked pretty badly in order to fight. And I think that the rage in Rusty's eyes is showing already with his red eyes. So this one's kind of a toss-up. Heads is Anki, tails is Rusty. It's heads, so we are giving it to Anki. Okay, FC or Anki. I'm sorry, FC. I don't think you're making it past this one. Which brings us to our final fight. Bear versus Anki. Again, like I said in Anki's first matchup, he has to be provoked pretty badly to result to violence. Whereas, like, Bear, I just kind of imagine, like, a slayer. You know, I'm sorry, Anki, I think I have to give this one to Bear. So there we have it. This is who I think would win in a PvP fight. Prove me wrong. If you liked this bracket and you want to fill it out for yourself, I will drop the link in the description and y'all can have some fun with me on this. Thanks for watching. YouTube thinks that you're going to like these next 2 videos, so go ahead and give them a click, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.